screen with you all. So what I want to go over first with you all is the document that I dropped in the group a little earlier today. This is pretty much what's going to allow your funding company to stand out from the crowd, right? So when we're writing our VSLs, we should be creating a unique method that allows us to, again, stand out from the crowd, that's going to highlight and identify what our funding company is really about, right? So I put together this template, and this is going to really make it easier for you all as well. With this 3-step process, this is something that you can also use in your content. So like when you're creating content, you want to highlight these 3-step processes, and you don't have to always highlight the entire 3-step framework, right? You can break it up into bits and pieces. Like typically when it comes to Instagram, you're able to create what, short 15 seconds, 7 seconds, 30 seconds, 60-second reels. So the goal is, when you're using this 3-step process, it outlines what it is that your funding company represents. So I created this template because this is something that we're also going to, again, you're using this currently on the funnel, in the Canva, in your VSL presentation that you're creating with the Canva presentation that I gave you all. And I believe I mentioned last week, when it comes to that presentation, you really don't have to follow that word for word or slide by slide. You could really, like, if you wanted to just get on camera and just speak out your presentation, you could do that as well. And then I'm going to give you all an example of what that also looks like if you did not want to use the slide presentation. So let me open that up for you all as well. And I'm going to just give an example from a client. So let me see here. So this presentation that I'm going to share with you right now, this particular script, pretty much it follows the outline that I gave you all in Telegram. So let me open that up for you all as well. And I'm going to drop this in Telegram again so you all will have it, okay? So this framework to follow while working on your VSL video, let me go to the group. Everybody can grab this from the Telegram group. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat too, just in case we have some people that are not in this Telegram. Let's go to the Zoom chat. So this here again is like the framework. This is like an additional framework that you can use on your VSL presentation, okay? So when it comes to this particular, geez, I got so many tabs open, Lord, where did it go? When it comes to writing this, you want to identify the main outcome and the goal of what you're offering, right? So the first step and how you're going to write this 3-step process. First, you have to ask yourself, what is the biggest result or the transformation that you want your clients to achieve through your funding process or while working with you? Okay. So I think the first week we talked about our offer. So a lot of these things that we're talking about is going to tie in as you're writing this 3-step process, as you're writing your content. Everything is going to be used more than one time. It's not like you're just going to create it now and you're never going to think about it again, right? So always remember and keep that in mind when you're building these things out. Is the whole benefit of it is to help you understand your own process, so that when you're creating content, you can identify these things and it's easier to convey the message. Okay. So again, one of the first step to writing this 3-step process is identifying the main outcome or the goal. And what is the biggest result or transformation that you want your clients to achieve through this process? So an example of that is access 100K in business funding or build a scalable marketing system. Okay. The second step is you want to define each step in the process. So for each step, think about the primary action or strategy clients need to complete to achieve the main outcome. Keep the steps simple, clear, and sequential, right? So
Millie, we can't hear you. I don't know if it's me. Y'all can
y'all
hear her?
can hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can hear you.
you good, you good, you good.
Okay, cool. So when you're writing out these steps, you want to give each step a name, right? So Again, in the step 2, you're defining each step in that process. So describe what the client will do, what the client will be doing in this step, right? So the objective is to explain the purpose of this step and how it helps achieve the main outcome. So here's like a structure that you all, like an outline that you all can actually follow, okay? And again, these steps is what you're going to outline in that Canva presentation, and I'm going to show you how to implement that in that presentation as well, okay? So for an example, step 1 is the preparation or the foundation of this step 1, if that makes sense, right? So the purpose is this steps usually involve setting up, optimizing, or aligning something critical for success. So an example, when it comes to funding, what is typically the first step that we need to do in order to get a client ready for funding? Credit optimization, right? So we prepare your credit profile to make it funding ready. An example of and how you're going to write your step 2 is implementation or the build out step. So the purpose of this step is often about creating, implementing, or executing the main components of the strategy. Okay. So the example is business structuring. Restructure your LLC for maximum funding eligibility. Okay. And then the third step is the connection or the activation step, what actually takes place in this step. Okay. So typically this step puts everything into action, allowing the client to see results. So example, step 3 could be your banking relationships. We connect you with relationship managers to secure capital. Okay. Then once you identify those 3 main steps, your framework, your blueprint, your process, however you want to call it, you want to create a unique name for it. Okay. So you can use descriptive terms with your unique position or your brand. So for example, somebody give me their business name.
Proper balance in.
You said proper balance.
Yes.
Okay. So for example, proper balance. So you could take a lot of times you could take your business name and implement that within your framework. So you can call it the proper balance blueprint, right? The proper balance accelerated funding strategy, the proper balance scale system, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of times when you're creating that unique name, again, you can use your business name and just add different descriptive terms to it, right? So for an example, the revenue pathway, client scale blueprint, credit to capital accelerator. Okay. So for one of my clients, the name of his business was called the Crystal Path. It was called Crystal Path Enterprises. So I just took his name and called it the Crystal Path Funding Blueprint. Okay. So a lot of times we don't have to like overthink this and make it hard for ourselves. Is really outline those 3 steps: credit optimization, business structuring, and funding activation. You can create each of those steps. You can create a unique name. So it's not just something like basic, like credit profile optimization. You can create something special. But the good thing is here, I'm actually giving you all a prompt for ChatGPT. Okay. I don't want y'all to work your brains too hard, right? AI is our best friend these days. Okay. So in this document that I posted in the group, I gave you all a prompt that you can give ChatGPT. Okay. So you can tell it, I need help creating a unique 3-step process that leads clients to, right? What is the main outcome? 100 to 150K in funding, right? You want to help, that's what you want to help your clients do. Okay. So then you could tell it, why do you want to help your clients get this money? Okay. Is it to start a real estate business? Is it to expand their real estate portfolio? Is it to help them start, grow, and scale their business? Whatever reason or however you created your offer that we talked about in week 1, you can also plug that information in here. Okay. And then you just pretty much feed this to them. And the good thing about this prompt is give it as much information as you possibly can, because it'll create you the answers based on the information that you give it along with this prompt. So you could tell it, hey, my name is Jess. The name of my company is X, Y, and Z. I'm starting a funding company. I want to help them get $50,000 to do X, Y, and Z, right? And, and then you feed it this information. Okay, now once you get that information, this is again where we're going to go back to our Canva document. Okay. We're going to go back to our Canva presentation. I'm going to open it up. And this is where you're able to plug this information in. Okay. So I'm going to give you two examples again. We have the Canva presentation, and then we have just a straight video. Okay. I think I showed y'all a client video the other day where my client was just talking in the video. She didn't have a presentation. We know that she was probably reading from it, but she didn't show the presentation. So in the Telegram chat or the Zoom chat, I also just put an outline. So let me pull that outline up again as well so we can go over that real quick. And actually, I'm going to put this on this document. Now, the good thing is, like I said, we're leveraging ChatGPT, okay? Now, once you feed it this particular prompt, you can always go back to it and say, okay, now that I have my 3-step process, can you help me write the VSL script for my funnel? Okay, and then you want to give it this, and you tell it, hey, I want the VSL script to follow this framework. And it will write it out for you. So that's like your second option. You can either use the presentation here, and then you can also just do a video where you're talking. So Shanice, to answer your question, what slide were you saying you were on at the time? What number did you get stuck on? Is Shanice still here? Did we lose him? Okay, I guess we lost him. Okay, so let's just go through this real quick. Okay, so if you're using this presentation, the goal is for you not to use the information on here word for word. Okay, you want to plug your information in, and technically you can plug this information into ChatGPT once you outline your framework, and then once you outline your script right here as well, using this framework, okay? Now, you can also tell ChatGPT, once you give it the information that you want to feed it about who you are, what your business is, your name, how you want to help your clients, your offering, all of that, you could take this slide presentation and tell it, reword this based on the information that I've already given you. And that's how you can reword the information where you're not using this word for word, and how you can make it unique to you. Okay, so like our funding process. So right here, this is talking about our process. This is the same thing, the same concept here that we just talked about when it comes to your process, your 3-step method, your framework. So on this particular part, this is where you'll start breaking it down. So our name of our process is credit to funding, credit to capital fusion, right? And my steps is step 1, 2, and 3. Now you don't have to put it all 3 steps on the same slide. You can break it up, right? On different slides where you're going through step 1 on one page, step 2 on the next one, and step 3 on the next one. So for an example, when you talk about our process, you could change this and say, introducing.
Because you got to do it more often. So the stuff you do in practice, you got to do at home.
So you could say introducing, and then you could put the name of your framework right here. So let's just call it Crystal Path. Right? And then you'll break down what the Crystal Path funding blueprint is. Make it nice and pretty. You give a brief, little short description right here. And then when you go to page 2, you'll start breaking down our unique advantage. This would be step one. Step one of the Crystal Path funding blueprint. Does that make sense, you all? Y'all can come off of mute.
Yep,
Yeah.
put on.
Any
Yes,
questions?
it makes sense.
Any questions there before I proceed?
Now, how do you put it in the funnel? That's why I'm stuck at.
Okay. So you already made your presentation? Is that what you're asking?
I made one outside of Canva, but
Okay.
can I plug that in Canva? The one I made outside, it was just a short, brief
Okay.
presentation.
Where did you make your presentation?
I just stored it on my camera, on my phone.
Oh, you just made it on your camera. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you'll have to take the video from your camera, upload it to your computer. And then once you upload it to your computer, then you'll go inside of your funnel. Who was that talking? I'm sorry. I can actually go into your account.
Oh, it was Latanya. I
Mhm.
tried several times trying to import it and had
Okay.
no success with it.
You want to also make sure that your video is in an MP4 format or MOV format as well.
Okay. So to get to my funnel, you have to go on the sites. Mine is a little different because I erased the first one by mistake. And you have to go under funnel VSL funnel funding. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So here
Yeah, right there.
you have the video there already. I mean, you have the placeholder. So you'll just select your video. Are these the videos here? Look like you
Yeah,
upload.
yes. I was trying to upload it. I had to put so many on here. I don't know which one is which now. I have to look at it again, but yes.
So look like you have it in MP4 format. I'm gonna double click it,
Okay.
and your video is there. Now I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna click on the eye at the top so I can preview it.
Okay. That's where I
It's there.
Hi.
uh,
Good
yeah,
pleasure.
that was it. Thank you.
Okay, so we first gotta put it in the right dimensions though. So your video should be in like a YouTube style video, not
Okay.
not like an Instagram reel, because you see how it's elongated, right?
Mhm.
You want your video to look like, let me see, looking for one. You want it to look like this right here, like a rectangle.
Okay.
So all that means is take your phone and turn it like this when you're recording, not like this.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So any other questions about what we just talked about?
Nope.
Any questions? Any questions? We got a lot of people on tonight. I know somebody got a question. So that means everybody got their 3-step framework written out, ready to launch this video. Okay.
So look, RJ is new and Kamisha, they just joined. So I know they got some questions. They probably need something for you to go over. So maybe can you go over a little bit of what you did the first week and then just kind of speeding up, you know, just for RJ and Kamisha in particular. And then I think Sierra too as well. So
Okay.
let's run through it again. And then everybody said, yes, buddy. I got you.
So also ask, does everybody have access to their system? Let me just make sure of that as well.
No, that's why I was that was gonna be my question because I was scrolling up in the chat to find the one in my post.
You're just trying to find what now? I'm sorry.
Basically to sign up for my own account because I was
Okay.
watching
So you
one of the training videos. I
you
had
haven't
this
registered
session
yet?
today.
So you haven't registered for the account yet?
That is correct.
Okay. Let me, Romel, do you have the link? Let me find it.
That's
Um,
the same link. It should be the same link
I
that
was
I.
just gonna scroll up because I know I saw it. I'm just gonna scroll up.
Put in RJ's. Anyone else here new that don't have access to the system?
So I'm checking now. I know I emailed you and you sent me a link. So I'm going to see if that link lets me get in now.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna log into the system so we can go over that. Tanya, I think that was that Latanya I was just talking to about the
Yes.
okay, so on your funnel as well, make sure you change this image at the top.
This one
Okay.
here.
Yeah, the one that says
Okay.
how to secure. You have the Canva link, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so yeah, when you go into Canva, let me go back. So I see you using the pink background, right? That's your
Yes.
color, that's your colors. So you can go,
I just like them. I just like the color. Thank you.
oh, you like the color pink is what you're saying?
Yeah, it just popped better like that. Yeah, to me.
Are you saying the pink or are you saying the green?
Pink and the green.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to use the green, that's fine, but just change the words because
Okay.
this came from a client's funnel. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay, no problem.
So I don't want everybody to be using the same headline.
Same.
Right.
Okay.
So another thing is when you're creating your three-step process in here, you can tell ChatGPT, give me a headline. This is my offer. Can you give me a headline? Right
No problem.
now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so when everybody, for those who are new and you're just getting access to the system, RJ, Sierra, and a few others, when you get access, the toolkit, it comes with everything that you need to pretty much launch your funding business, right? So I have in here the funnel templates, and the one that we're mainly everybody is using is under the funding funnel folder. Okay, so when we come in here, I've laid out all the steps that goes inside of the funnel. Okay, so we have an opt-in page. Okay, we have the VSL page, the application page, the book a call, and the thank you page. That's pretty much the layout of what's included in the VSL. Okay, now when we come to the opt-in page, and I'm gonna just drop this Canva link in here again just to make sure everybody have it. Okay, so when you're creating your funnel, what's most important is your offer. Okay, so when you're creating your offer, you want to highlight within your offer what it is that you're going to help your clients achieve, their desired result and outcome, and like specifically within what time frame. Okay. So here we have attention, entrepreneurs with a 700 credit score, learn how to secure, and technically I have it where all you have to do is fill in the X's, right? In 30 days using my exact framework. So these X's you can fill in with the name of your framework. Okay. So again, that could read, learn how to secure $50,000 in 30 days using my exact framework, or you can say using the Crystal Path Funding Blueprint. Okay. And then you will say, get the step-by-step framework to unlock the capital you need, right? This here is just an image, and that's, I have it right here in the funding, not the funding, I'm sorry. In the Canva document where you go in here, you will edit this information to fit your offer, okay? Where it's not, everybody's not using the same. So this is editable. So what you want to do when you come into the Canva link, you want to click on File and make a copy, okay? So then you just, uh-huh.
So the link worked in my email. So I'm in the funnel now, but I don't have access to the Canva link you dropped. It says I need to request access.
Okay, so when you open it, you should just be able to file, make a copy. What is it saying?
So it's taking me to the Canva homepage. It says you don't have permission to see this design.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so let's try this link right here. Let's see if this works. In the chat. Let me know if that link works.
Okay. Yep.
That work? Okay, awesome.
Perfect. Thank you.
So when you're on your opt-in page, again, you are able to edit this image. So when you're in Canva, when you edit your information on here, all you have to do is when you get ready to save it, you will save, you will share, click on download, and you want to save this as a PNG, and you want to make sure it's on a transparent background. Okay. So that way, when you upload it and whatever background color you change your funnel to, it will be transparent. Okay. So the next thing is when you scroll down, technically this VSL that we're creating, we're positioning it as a training. So that's why in the framework that I outlined on here, this is why it's important that you follow this outline, because we're positioning it as a training. You're going to have an opening hook, right? This is a direct question or statement addressing the audience's pain point. Your personal story, right? This is a struggle or frustration that you personally have went through your journey, okay, as it relates to entrepreneurship, as it relates to you now being a part of financial literacy and how financial literacy have changed your life, right? You're going to talk about your solution, your 3-step process, client success stories, and then just the urgency, pretty much just stating, hey, now is now time. This is now the time to get the money that you need to do X, Y, and Z. Okay. And then you're going to create your call to action. So going back to the training part. So once you do that, once you have your VSL together, you're going to outline here what's in this training, right? So I have it here where I'm starting your sentence off. And again, we're going to make this easy, right? We're going to put this into ChatGPT and we're going to tell it to fill that information in for you. Okay. So you could go to ChatGPT. I'm going to give you all this ChatGPT link that I use as well. This is like one that's been kind of like a custom ChatGPT that's specifically used for what we're doing, funnel building content, headlines, the whole 9 yards. Okay. So I just dropped that in the chat. So I'm going to start over and I'm going to go use this prompt that we talked about earlier. And I'm going to show you all how you all can build upon this just by using this prompt. Okay. So I want somebody to give me their name and their business name. I want to do this live in action. Who wants to be the,
Okay, I'll go.
who's that talking? I'm sorry. Shanice?
Okay, mine was creating credit solutions.
Okay, so hi, my name is Shanice. What am I typing? My company's name. You said, what is your company's name?
Creating credit solutions.
Creating credit solutions. Okay, we're gonna say I am starting. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. A funding company. What's your offer?
50 to 100,000 in 90 days.
Who are you helping?
Oh, my speaker just want to say it one more time.
Who are you helping?
New and established business owners.
You said 50,000. Is that what you said?
Yes, 50 to 100,000.
And 0% interest?
Yes, 0%.
Okay. So hi, my name is Shanice. My company's name is Creating Credit Solutions. I am starting a funding company and I help new and established business owners, get 50 to 100K and 0% interest funding. Okay. We want to say I am working or I need help with writing or creating my 3-step process or framework. We're going to say use the prompt below.
That looks like the Chat GPT app that I use too.
Yes.
Is it black and white? It's white with like black logo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's the same one I use.
So pretty much it just gave us everything we needed to know, right? It says, hi, Shanice, it's great to meet you and hear about creating credit solutions. Your focus on securing 50 to 100,000 and 0% interest funding for business owners is powerful, right? So here's a step-by-step approach for defining your framework. The primary results you want clients to achieve might be securing essential high-value funding at 0% interest to fuel business growth and opportunities, right? So it says, consider naming it something that reflects your niche and goal. Here are a few options. The zero interest accelerator, the funding blueprint, fund path to growth, right? And then here's your step 1 and your step 2 and your step 3. Step 1 is qualify and prepare. Step 2 is strategic application process. Step 3 is the secure and scale process. So it's giving you examples that you can use for each name, like the name for each step. So the name for step 1 would be like the pre-approval blueprint, the fund match method, the capital activation method. Okay. So now, if you don't like it, you don't have to use the very first thing that the AI system gives you. You can go back and give it some more information and say, I don't really like it, right? Just be honest with it. I don't really like the names. I don't really like the layout, right? But you have the in order to make this like more personable for you, you have to give it as much information as possible, right? So you can start giving it more information about, okay, so you said new and established business owners. Give it more information about the new and established business owners. What do you really want to help them to accomplish? What do you really want them to achieve, right? Give it more information about you. Okay, so it can like be personalized to you. But just to kind of go through the whole process here. So now that we have this, I'm gonna just use what they gave me, right? Now that we have this, you could just say thank you. The next step is I need to create my VSL script for the video. Okay. Now this is if you're using the actual video. If you're doing a presentation, the one that I gave you, the process will be a little different. So you're going to give it this framework right here, right? You're going to go back to ChatGPT. Thank you. The next step I need to create is my VSL script. Okay, use this framework. Now, it doesn't have enough information really to make it more personalized. So here, like it's talking about, you need a story. You want to give it information about you, like actually tell it who you are, give it your journey, right? How you got started in credit, how you got started in entrepreneurship, so that they can make it a little bit more personal, okay? But once you give it, like I said, the information that it needs, it'll write everything out for you, okay? So for an example, it says, are you a business owner struggling to secure the funding you need to grow without drowning in high interest rates? What if you could access 50 to 100K in funding at 0% interest and fuel your business without risking your own cash flow? And then it tells you that's the hook, okay? Here's the personal story. Again, we don't have enough information about the personal, but it's going to give you something anyway. When I started, I experienced firsthand the struggle of securing business funding. Traditional banks require endless paperwork and high credit scores and the interest rates. They were steep, right? So this is a little plain and blah, right? If you want to beef it up, like I said, give it your story, give it who you are, your personality, everything that it needs to know, okay? Then if you want to cater the solution to, to be more personalized as well, again, give it more information about your ideal client, what they want to actually achieve, and their their problems, their desires, right? And then again, it's going to incorporate that 3-step process into this script. Okay. So let's just say this was good to go and this is what we wanted to use. Okay. Now we can go in and say, based on the information shared, right? Let me know if I'm going too fast, you all. Based on the information shared, using using my offer, write a compelling headline for my VSL funnel. So then it'll give you some examples, okay? Because like I said, this particular ChatGPT link that I just gave you all is like already, it's been already built to know how to properly write headlines and content and all of that, right? Funnel copy, everything. So there's certain frameworks that's in here that you can use to be able to help you with this process. So let's just say we wanted to go with the first one, how to secure 50 to 100K in interest funding to fuel your business growth, even traditional banks have turned you, even if traditional banks have turned you down. So let's say that's the hook that we want to use, or the headline. Then we go back to our Canva doc, right? We go to our Canva doc and we plug that information in through this graphic right here. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and put that on here. The next thing that I wanted to show you all was the training part. Let me go back to that opt-in page. Do anybody have any questions? Any questions?
I guess I had a question about Rocky. So was that a chat GPT you just find, or did you create that one specifically?
It's been created, yep.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a custom, what's called a custom GPT that's been built around frameworks being used for funnel copy, content, headlines, different types of funnels. So yeah, it's custom built.
Okay. Was it hard to build them? Would it take
Yes, you have to know, you have to plug in the right information for you to be able to get the information that you really need, the outcomes and the outputs that you need. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
Mm.
look into that. That's pretty cool.
Any other questions before I move forward? No? Okay, cool. So
Is there a cost to use that GPT version? Yes.
the one that I dropped in the link in the chat, no. You should be able to use it even if you don't have a ChatGPT account. Okay, cool. So the next thing that I wanted to show you all is when it comes to your funnel, how I was saying all you have to do is copy this information right here, and we're gonna plug it in to ChatGPT, and we're gonna say, okay, cool. We're gonna say first we're gonna choose the headline that we want, right? So we're gonna say, I like this headline, right? Now, for my opt-in page, right? We want to let it know what we're doing. For the opt-in page, I need to, you could say for the opt-in page of the funnel, fill in this information. Fill in this information, right? And we're gonna go grab it from the funnel. We're gonna plug it in and it's gonna fill it in. Okay. So in this free training, you'll discover how to secure 50 to 100K in 0% interest business funding, right? Learn the exact strategies to access significant funding without paying a dime, and interest giving you the financial power to grow your business without the heavy debt burdens. Essentially, you only need the first line. You don't really have to have the description that comes below it. Okay. So the second one is a step-by-step breakdown of the proven 3-step funding process, right? And how to use other people's money to fuel your business growth. So those are the 3 things that you're going to learn on this training. Okay. So I think that was also Shanice. Shanice, you had stepped out earlier when I was trying to show you all how to change up the verbiage on the Canva presentation. Is she still in here?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Okay.
still here. My phone had died. I
Okay.
came in as soon as possible.
Okay. So let me go back there so you can see that real quick. So I was saying
Thank
how
you.
you can use the ChatGPT to adjust the information on the presentation. So I don't know if you were here when I was breaking down this part right here about the 3-step process, right?
I came in like right, kind of like the middle end of that part.
Okay, so I was trying to figure out what slide you were on in the presentation, but typically this part right here it's originally it said our process, right? So I was saying how you can take the information from the template and plug it into your slide presentation, and now you can start to personalize it. So on here, where originally this said our process, I changed it and said introducing, and this right here will be the name of your 3-step framework, right? So I think you said the name was your creating solutions, right? So you'll put the name of the framework that you
Yes,
select.
correct.
So you'll put that name here, and then you'll put a brief description of what this framework is. Okay. Then as you go to the next page of originally this said our advantages, you can change it and put step 1. Okay, what is this? What is step 1 of your framework? Okay. Step 2. What is step 2 of your framework? You might want to duplicate the page so you'll have another page in there so you'll completely delete this one, right? And then you'll go step 3. Step 3 is whatever the 3rd step of your framework is. Okay. Then now you'll go back to your proven results. Now, based on these 3 steps, these are the results that my clients have been able to get. Whether you're using yourself as a case study or you're using a family member. This is where now, after that 3-step process or your framework, you're now come in and add your results. So what slide of the presentation did you get stuck on, Shanice?
Okay, so like I'm just gonna you're on my phone, and then I got the presentation on my MacBook. So let me see. Let me turn my camera around real quick. I just got out of basketball practice, y'all. Sorry if I'm sweaty. Okay. Okay, so I really wasn't, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't ready to, I don't know exactly which side it is, but this is where I'm at with it. You know, I had like established everything, and like I put my logo in the corner and kind of like tried to incorporate like, you know, my own details. I see you were like on slide 7, and this is part of the ones that I know I did have in question.
Mhm.
Because right now, like I believe I registered my business on the 18th, and I got 2 clients on like the 19th, right? And I did like their first round of dispute or whatever for my credit building business.
Okay.
And we really don't have the results yet because I just sent them out.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of like stuck on what exactly to put here if, you know, like I said, I'm new in the business essentially, even though I've been training and learning and working on different things. I just didn't want like a false testimony,
Right.
essentially.
Have you received funding for yourself?
Yes.
You can use your own results. You could take a
Okay.
screenshot of the funding amount that you received, right? And say you can use your name, you can change the name if you want and say, our client received this amount of funding, right? And you could put a picture. You could like you don't have to use the verbiage. You can really make your presentation how you want. You could take screenshots of your funding approvals, of your results, and you could put those pictures on there as well. And then when you're doing your voiceover, you would just explain what took place, if that makes sense also.
Okay. Okay. Because like for an example, like I had got approved for $11,000 Navy Federal card, and I got approved for a $60,000 auto loan.
That's perfect. You could put that on there. Those are results.
Okay. Okay.
Results, yep.
Okay. So that's where I was more so like I didn't want to be fraudulent, you know?
Yeah, I
And
understand.
then so like right here, like for our track record, I don't know if you can see it because like I said, I'm on my phone trying to show
I
the
can see.
computer.
Mhm.
But for our track record, so would that be just following up on basically my testimony on what I've got putting for myself?
Yes. And anything that,
Or could I delete the whole thing
right.
completely?
I was just want to say that anything that you feel that you don't need or doesn't align with you, you can remove it as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mhm. Any questions? Okay, so going back to the funnel, so right now we just covered the opt-in page, right? So how you can fill that information in on this particular page. Again, you want to change the colors, make it represent your brand and everything, right? Then we have the VSL page. On the VSL page, it goes a little bit deeper into um, a funnel, right? And what actually should be incorporated into that funnel page. Now, understanding that you all are new, you may not have all of this information to fill in, which is perfectly fine. Again, you can remove what you don't need. And I think I showed in the previous session that mainly all you really need is what's called the hero section, which is this section right here, your headline that we talked about, right? Calling out your target audience, your headline, which is going to explain your offer, your video that's going to go right here. And then really, for now, just put your bio. Have a professional photo of yourself and put your bio here. If you don't have client results, don't worry about putting it for right now. If you do, then you can put that. Okay. If it's a section that you feel like, okay, I don't think I have this information yet, all you have to do is when you go into the edit button, you can remove that section. Okay. So I'm gonna show you all that real quick. Once it decides it wants to load. While this is loading, any questions? So it's kind of quiet in here tonight. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So how many people got their funnel done?
Well, I still have a question, but I remember I told you I wanted you to look at mine.
I got
Okay.
backwards, so I'm muted.
Huh? Let's see. Let's see. I need everybody to drop them funnels because I'm nobody had no questions. Let's drop these funnel links.
Oh,
I had a
uh,
question about mine, remember?
Okay, go
I
ahead,
said,
Jess. Go ahead and drop your link.
oh, okay, I thought you was gonna come in there, go in mine or something.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I can go in. Let me see.
Just the opt-in page, the alignment. I was trying to figure out how to fix it. You'll see when you look at it.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at
This
it
might
now.
be a dumb question. How do y'all get y'all links? This might be a dumb question.
Oh, who asked that? Shanice?
Shanice. Yeah.
Chinese.
Okay, cool. Let me show you. So how you get your own personalized link, you have to connect your domain. So I think out of the whole group, I've only had maybe 2 or 3 people to schedule their support calls. Remember I told y'all I needed to schedule y'all support calls?
Oh
So
yeah,
that we can help you connect your domains. You have to
Oh
purchase your domain. So before you schedule the call, purchase your domains. It was a form that was in that email, or also I put it inside the chat as well. Complete that information before booking a call because we don't want to waste time on the call if that's not done, right? So the whole purpose is so that we can help you get your domains connected. You all have to get approved to be able to send text messages, and we need to make sure your emails and things are set up. So once y'all launch, then you won't have to be delayed because you're not approved yet to be able to send those messages. So definitely please get your support calls booked. Um, drop
I
that
have a
link
question.
in.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I already have a domain for my business. So do I have to create a separate domain for this?
Yes, if you already have a domain that you're using somewhere else, yes, you will get another domain that you can use for your funding business. Yes,
Okay, because it's through like GoDaddy.
correct. So if it's not being used anywhere, then we can connect it to the system. But if it's being used, I would say get another one, and that could be used for this funnel.
It's just up. Like I created the website by myself. It took me like almost a week through GoDaddy, just by
Mhm.
like YouTube University and stuff like that. So I can't
Okay,
use that. It's not being used at all. The website,
the website or the domain.
both.
Okay, so if you're okay with if you want to integrate that domain to the system, that's fine. Yes.
Okay, thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Okay, so I don't know how, but I think I missed it. Can you drop the link again? Sorry.
Let me go back in the chat real quick and grab it. Hold on.
I was just scrolling through the chat and I might have missed it. And that's on me because
So
I
yeah,
should do better.
I had just
Yeah.
copied the information that was in the email and dropped it in here. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Okay, so I'm in my email right now. Is it from Be Encouraged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here it is again right here. Let me drop it.
Thank you. You the best.
And then I'm gonna put it in the chat too. So I dropped it in Telegram and I put it in the Zoom chat, the information. Okay. So let me go to Jess's funnel.
So for the support calls, I I booked mine, but I haven't submitted the registration form. So should I reschedule it until after I submit the registration form? Like I don't
Yeah.
know how much time do you need to look at that and approve everything?
Yes. So definitely complete the forms, register for your domains, and have access to those. So ideally on this support call, you need to be at your computer because we're going to need to be accessing those domain accounts, making sure we have access to that so that there's codes and stuff that's going to need to be sent back and forth. So yes, complete that registration form, register if you don't already have a domain, buy a domain, be logged into those accounts so that again we can successfully get that accomplished on that call.
Okay, so I should push it out a few days then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, so definitely do that. And I'm actually going to show you all something as well that kind of helps speed this process up also. Let me go back to Jess's funnel. I don't know, my thing is not loading. Okay, Jess. Or better yet, I'm gonna send a video. I'm gonna send a video to you all to follow these steps. Why is this not loading? Hold on 1 second. Jess, your name is Jessica, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I see you talking about the white box. Jess, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I was still on mute. So, yeah, I couldn't fix that box in the bottom too. If you go down, you'll see where I couldn't fix the bottom too, like the middle part.
I don't know if it's my computer frozen or what's not loading.
Yeah, so you gotta keep scrolling down to see the rest. And I didn't see that pop up. Yeah, you see how it's not all the way over to the right? I didn't know how to fix that.
Okay,
And also that part.
so here it looks like you say, okay, you saved your text as an with the background. So when you're inside of your Canva, my computer's acting weird again. Okay. So when you're inside of your Canva, let's go back to the funnel font. So when you adjust this, you want to share it, download, click on PNG, and then transparent background. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I would do is, where's your funnel at again? Where's it go? Where did it go? I will change, since you're using this black background,
Hmm.
or even better, if you want to save time, let me show you. If you don't want the black background, you can change this to white. Uh-oh, go back. Change this part to white. You could change it to white, and now you don't even know. You don't even know that it's off balance, or that white background is, that white box is there.
Okay.
So which one
Gotcha.
would you like? But then you have to change your fonts here. So you could change those fonts. You can remove this border too if you don't want the border.
Hmm.
Which one do you like best? The
Can
black or
it be black on the outside? 'Cause I had liked the black, but that's gonna be tough trying to change that.
like
Maybe
that?
like that. I can work with that.
Okay.
And then at the bottom where it was you saw the blue,
Hmm.
I wasn't stretched out. Yeah, I didn't know how to fix that. I was trying to drag it, but that wasn't a feature. Okay.
So then you use the chat GBT to, put your information in right there. I would probably
Yeah, I
change.
didn't have, yeah, you could just erase one of those. I didn't have two of those up there. Um, mhm.
Must not change. My computer is acting weird. Why is it not changing? Come on. There's nothing in there. I don't know why my computer is acting weird right here. But I'll
Oh,
come back.
I could figure that part out. Thank you for fixing that for me. The pop-up, where's that at so I can edit that? I didn't even know that was a thing. When you went on mobile, I think it had popped up or something.
Yeah, so it's in here. When you come up to your settings at the top, you see
Mhm.
pop-up settings. So you'll want to adjust
Oh, okay.
take
Okay.
your picture, remove that picture,
Yeah,
put
I'm gonna
your
play with that. Perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect. All right.
background to white, and now you have your form. So you
Okay,
want to
perfect.
see right here where it says button. I'll show.
Yeah.
So how you change that to is, let me save this. Also, since we talked about today, Jess, as well, kind of personalizing your own headlines and stuff using
Hmm.
ChatGPT, I will go to, like we just did, go to ChatGPT and have it give you a different headline.
Okay.
And then you can re-edit that inside of Canva. So let's save that. And then let me show you how to, because you want this button to say get access to my free training. And then the next thing is when you click on the button right here where it says go to next step, you
Hmm.
make sure that this says go to next step. Because now
Okay.
once they submit that button, it's going to redirect them to your app to the VSL page where the video is going to be hosted. Okay. So let's go here. And then last thing is remember too, okay, you already started doing it. So adjust it on the mobile side too. Because every time, not all the time when you adjust on the desktop, will it automatically go over to the mobile.
Yeah, I had to edit that on the mobile. So on the desktop, is that picture too big? Is there a way to make it smaller on the desktop mode? Not the because
Mhm.
when you had the image was like much smaller. I really didn't want the picture that big. Was there a way to make that smaller?
So when you click on the picture down here where it says size, you can put it
Hmm.
like you can adjust the numbers. So let's just say 150. That's way too small, right? So we're gonna say 350. You could do 350. You can, adjust it how you 550
Hmm.
about the same. So let's say 450.
I mean, what you think? Does you think that's too big or?
I actually think the other way it was actually okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's also keep this in mind too. When we're building, a lot of times 95% of the people are going to view the mobile version of this funnel. The desktop version, yeah, we make it nice and pretty, but like I said, 95% of the time, the is going to be viewed. So when it comes to the mobile side, you want to make sure your funnel is what's called above the fold. Okay. And what
Mhm.
that means is what information can be viewed from top to bottom of the phone without them having to scroll.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have our headline. You got to add your logo on here, right? I'm going to add an image so you can add your logo. And we're going to make that a size, let's say 75. We're going to change this to white. Change that to black. We can make that logo a little bigger. Okay, we're going to make this bigger because that's what needs to be seen. So I would definitely probably adjust the headline so it removes this box from around it so we can adjust the size of your headline, okay?
Okay, so it needs to be you said PNG transparent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can change the font size
Yeah.
or the image size. Okay, I'll play with that.
So let's move some stuff up too. So how you move things up? You click on that section and you'll come down to the margins right here. So we're gonna click on
Mhm.
the first one, and this is how you can move stuff up and down.
Okay.
Okay, then this headline.
Thank you for this. This is so helpful.
That sounded like a recording for me. I'm like, what was that? No problem. Okay, so then we can make your picture on the mobile a little bit smaller, right? We're gonna make that like
Uh-huh.
a three, let's say 150,
Yeah.
not that small. Let's say 250.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna move the button underneath it. Okay.
And for the colors, is there a hex code section? Because I really want to make sure all the colors are the right type of blue.
Yeah, so whenever you click on something, you'll
Uh-huh.
go to color.
Yeah.
Right here where it says didn't find your color, add custom one, and this is where you
Oh,
could
cool.
hmm
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
And then we'll come down here, you fill this information in. We can actually move this up a little bit as well. So it's not so far down. Because that was comes next. And then you're pretty much good.
That's it.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I was, tinkering with it, but yeah, I like it. Gotta keep refining everything, get the wording, but thank you so much.
No problem, no problem. So we're gonna save that. Okay, cool. So my most important thing, like I said today, was really to go over, getting the frameworks together so that this when you have these frameworks in place, is definitely going to help with your messaging, right? It's gonna make things a lot easier. And with AI, we're gonna make it even easier for ourselves. So let me know if y'all have any questions about that. And then if we need to go over any more tech stuff.
Millie, I got a question. I tried to schedule the support call like two different times, and when I jumped on it, it always said like host is in another meeting or something like that.
Mhm.
But specifically, my question was with the domain, and if you answered, I apologize. My computer froze, so I had to restart it. But I have a domain that I did with GoDaddy. It was just a landing page, but I connected it to the funnel. Um, so when I just type in the name of it on the browser, it says 404 page not found. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. Um, but I know it's connected to the funnel because if I copy like whatever link to the funnel and paste it in there, like it'll pop up. But just the webs or just the domain browser itself, nothing comes up, and I didn't know what to do about that.
Okay, let me go check. Jamar, Tamar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. Tamar. What's your business name, Tamar?
Sure Start Solutions.
Sure Smart.
Sure Start.
Okay, I got it. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's working. Let's see. Share. So when I clicked on your funnel, it's working. Is this where you say you was getting the error?
Yeah. So if I did, I guess when I do surestartsolutions.com, no
Oh,
slash, it says 404 page not found. So I was just wondering, do I need to have the slash or?
I see what you're saying. So what we have to do is when we have to go into our settings, and just in case somebody else get the same error message, you go into your domains. You go click on the three dots, click on edit, and right here where it says default page, we want the default page to be that funnel page, which is the opt-in page. And
Okay.
anytime they reach a 404 page, we want it to automatically go to that opt-in page.
Gotcha. Okay, that's where I was getting confused. Okay, thank you. That's what I needed right there.
So now we give it a moment and we should not have that problem anymore. So tomorrow, what I will go in here and do is change the color of your button. And we need to fix this form so it's not sitting on top of that. So I'm going to show you all how to do that real quick. And also you need to adjust your pop-up. So
Okay.
how do we fix the button? So we're going to go into sites. Okay. We're going to go to forms, form builder. And we're going to look for that form that's on that funnel. In this case, I believe we are using, you know what? Instead of me guessing, let me just go to the funnel. Sites. And so we're going to go to your funnel, see which form we are using. We are using the opt-in form 1. So we're going to go back to forms, builder, click on the form that we're using. And here's where we can adjust the information, okay? Where we can adjust your form. So we actually want to remove first name and last name, okay? And we don't want them to have to put that in 2 separate fields. So I'm going to delete the last name. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to delete last name. I'm going to delete first name, okay? And then I'm going to go over here to the plus sign and I'm going to click on full name and drag that over there. Okay? Now, if you do not want this white box to show up on this funnel like this is how you go in and you remove that, okay? So you'll click on the little style and options over here in the right-hand corner. And we want to click on colors and backgrounds, okay? And right now we have a background of white. So we want this really to be transparent for your sake because you're using a black background. Okay, Tamar. So we want this to be transparent.
Right.
So we're gonna just take this white and scroll it all the way to the left-hand side. So now you cannot see anything. You can't see that color. Okay. And also I can see that there's a border around here. So we want to remove that border. We're going to click on advanced settings. Okay. And right here we have a border style. We can turn that border off. You see how I did that, you all? Okay. Now we want to change the color of our button. Okay. So we want to click on the button. We're going to go back. We're going to click on our button. And right here, we can see that this button is green. So this is where we can change the color of our button. In your case, Tamara, your color is like a gold. So we're going to look for a gold color. Now, I think I hit it right on.
Yeah.
Just clicking on that. So now we have a gold button. The next thing is we need to pay attention to, now that we remove the background, we have a black background. So we want to make sure our text or everything shows up. So we don't need the label right here. So we're going to go in and we're going to remove. We're going to go back, click on our form, and we're going to go back. I'm sorry, click on our styling options. And we're going to click on advanced settings. Right here where it says label and short label, we want to, is this short label? There was a button that just turned this off here. Okay, let's see. Full name. No, it's not what I'm looking for. Form. Input field. Color. Label. They're always changing something on the system here. Okay, so in this case, there was an option at one point to just turn it off, which I'm looking for. So we want to just completely remove that label. Give me one second. Let me find it. Is it options? Home settings, sticky content. Okay, here we go, right here. Show label. We want to turn that off, so we don't even need that on there. So you see how it removed the information that was above it and below it. So we're gonna turn that off, and now we're gonna save it. The last thing that we want to do right here, it says just button. We want to change the text. So when you click on button, you want to have this option to show up. So on here, we want to say get instant access to our free training, right? Get instant access to the free training. And then if you want something under the subtext, you could say, I want, what is your offer? Let me see.
50 to 150.
Okay, I want 50,000, 50K to 150K in funding. Uh-oh. Or you can say, in your case, your headline is a little bit different, right? Or you could say, I want the exact blueprint, right? I want the step-by-step blueprint to whatever the name of your process is. So let's just say, for example, this says the Sure Start funding blueprint. You can also say get instant access to the free training or get instant access to the Sure Start blueprint. Okay, so that's just an example of how you could word that. So now let's go ahead and save it. We're going to refresh. And now that updates. Okay.
Yeah, that looks much better.
So here it is text right here for terms and conditions. We need to also edit that information also. So we're going to go to, I'm going to look for that section. I think it's under advanced settings. Input field label, short label. Background image, miscellaneous. Settings. It's somewhere around here. It's somewhere around here. Okay, for the sake of time, I'll find it later. But it's in here somewhere. I just can't pinpoint it right now. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I can't pinpoint it at the moment.
I got you. And that the pop-up where I was using the other template, how do I this part right here? Yeah.
Okay, so you'll go to your funnel. Like I was just showing Jess. You go back to your funnel. We're gonna edit. Okay, so we're gonna go to pop-up up here, pop-up settings.
Okay.
And we can change this photo, put your photo right there for the headline. So we're gonna put your headline. Let's see which one is actually centered on here. There should be a centered one. We can make that a little bit smaller. We don't need it that big. So let's say 100. Nope, that's too small. 350. 450. And we want that to be in the middle. And then that's really all you need.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mhm. All right, cool. Any questions?
Can you go in and look at mine,
Sure. Who's that said that?
Shawnee's?
Okay. I'm gonna remove this border off
Like
here.
I know mine ain't theirs is all sweet. I ain't edited my font like that. I feel
Yeah,
like mine needs some work, but
Tamar was
theirs
the
looks
one,
amazing.
Tamar was the one who won the challenge that week. So I actually
Oh, okay.
designed this one.
Okay. I'm like, theirs looks sweet. I'm ready to start all over.
Okay. That was kind of bothering me. I was removing that border off of there. Okay.
Hey, thank you, because I didn't know how to do it.
Okay, so Shanice, let's go. Which one are you using?
Let me go back and look. Hold on. The next one. I think it was the original one, to be honest with you. The first one you showed us. How do I see the name of it? That's it.
This one is it? Okay.
Yep.
So for all clients with a 700 credit score, get this up to 100K from the. Okay, so I would adjust your headline. I'm not understanding what that's saying at the moment. So Shanice, you
I
checked.
didn't do that video just yet.
Oh, you didn't adjust that. Okay. So for a reason why you should take advantage of this opportunity to access funding. So you haven't adjusted this information yet. Okay, cool. Right here I will put a how we get 100K. Wait, where are you at?
I put my picture further down. At the
Right here it
my
is.
picture should be right there. Oh no, it's supposed to be right there. On mine it shows. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay, that's nice. I like that. Um, okay, let's make some minor adjustments here. So what I would
Should
do,
I exit out so you can do it, or keep it on my
yeah,
screen, or it
yeah, because
still
I
work?
don't. If you can, yeah, exit out because I don't think it's gonna save if you're on here.
Okay. That's why I'm like, theirs looked real high class, and I was over here trying to figure out.
Um, what I want to do is just put like a fade on here so it's not too distracting. Make a black fade to fade out the background a little bit. So
So I
yeah,
didn't edit other things. Like that was like part of my question when I was saying like I didn't know how to like reword it exactly, but still get the same message across. So that's why some of the stuff I really didn't change. I was like, let me figure out first how to change it before I change it. You know what I mean?
right. So right here, the 4 reasons why you should take advantage of this opportunity to access funding. This is the same section that we just was outlining, talking about your 3-step method, right?
Yep.
So once you outline your 3-step process, then when you come back to your funnel, you can, put that information here, whatever. Let's just say, Shawnee's funding blueprint. I'm gonna just put something right here, right?
Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe I did edit the actual reasons up under there already.
Okay.
I don't think those were the same ones that you had, if I remember correctly.
Uh-oh. Right, and then you can make this, you can italicize that, bold it, so that stands out. Change the color. Metallic text color, bold. I won't say make that a brighter gold, but then you just put your steps right here, step 1. Or you can keep it as reasons since that says 4 reasons.
Okay.
Right, and then in this case you only need 2, so you only need 3, so we're gonna delete 1. Okay. I would probably just change it just to black for right now.
As far as the case study, I believe I edited that part too.
Okay. Do you have a picture of the case study?
No, I did. I just put that in there just as a placement.
Oh, okay.
Because I wasn't sure what I should put right there. So
Yeah,
let
you
me
can
write
put,
that down. So put a picture of the
okay.
actual like results, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then right here, how we get 100K in funding in 30 days. So this is your case study. So you don't need this section right here because we just did that part. So we could delete it. And then this is your about section. I'm gonna make that go to the bottom of your address.
Like I said, I didn't edit the text, like the actual font and all that stuff. I said I'll get into those details once I get the message clear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why like some of the font is still like the same. I didn't want to focus too much on the stuff that can happen last, opposed to the actual message being sent. So the only thing I need to insert right now is for the picture for the case study instead of the business logo right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then do the video, of course, but
And then change your the gold to kind of match.
okay, yeah.
And we don't need this part. We could delete it.
Okay, and then for that part, like for the frequently asked questions part, I
You can
wasn't sure if I should put the background behind that part too as well,
no, I would
or
just
leave that so it can stand out.
yeah, I would just do a
Or
solid color right here. You could do black or white. Or you could just make it white. That's fine too. Black text. We don't need that to be that big. And then we can delete this section down here. Okay, that's all you need. And then this little part, we don't need that either. We could delete that. So yeah, then you just adjust your headline and then you're pretty much good to go. And then just make your changes once you get your text. Once you finalize the desktop, then you can go in and adjust the mobile version. Okay. All right, cool. Do we have any other final questions? So we went over a lot of information today. I'm losing my voice here. We went over a lot of information and not many people had questions. So I'm gonna give another challenge, okay? The first person that drops their video, their whole funnel, I need the whole funnel because at this point we're 3 weeks in, okay? We're 3 weeks in. Next week is the 4th week. So at this point, we should have our whole funnel completed because we need to move forward to the automation side, okay? We got to make sure this funnel is up and running. So I would like the whole funnel to be done. I know if Ramel was on this call, he's like, y'all not getting a week. But I'm gonna give y'all a week. But within this week of next going into next Tuesday, whoever has their whole funnel completely done, from the opt-in page, the VSL page, the thank you page, because we went over this a couple times, right? The book a call page, like I need everything mapped out. I need your funnel colors. I need the messaging on the funnel, everything to the T, to your best of your ability, okay? First person to do that, I'm gonna go in and revamp and redesign and add the graphics just like y'all seen for tomorrow and do that for you. Okay? Because it's kind of quiet in here. It's kind of quiet. I know you're probably absorbing the information, but I want to make sure y'all actually absorbing it and we're gonna implement and execute, okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome, awesome. Carl, any questions?
I'm driving. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to book a call so I can get some help. I already have a domain, but I have another site that's set up on that one, so I should go ahead and buy another domain, correct?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
can I do a subdomain off of that domain?
You can. It all depends on where that domain is hosted.
Okay. Also, too, like I said, I had another Go High Level account where I already had the numbers registered, but should go ahead and try to get approved before I book the call. You know.
I believe I remember you asking me that. Yes, you will have to get you have to get approved again because it doesn't transfer from account to account.
Okay. I got you. All right. Well, I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll try to work on it tonight.
Okay, sounds good. Any other questions before I wrap everything up tonight?
Sorry, my sincerest apologies. The devil is working tonight. I don't know what happened, but it cut everything off. Like the internet on my tablet and on my phone just shut me out of everything. So my apologies. That was not me. It was not intentional.
No problem.
No problem. I was following. I definitely was following. I got my notes.
Okay, awesome. Awesome.
Quick question, Millie. For those of us that just signed up this past weekend, are the recordings from the last 3 weeks in school?
Yes, I believe so. Hold on, wait. Who's that asking?
This is Mia.
Mia. What program did you join? I'm sorry.
Ramel had you on our class last Thursday, so I signed up for the Done For You service.
Okay, yes. So, there's a couple different things that's going on in this group right here. We have people from different communities.
Okay.
So the people that I've been referring to in the Telegram chat, that's a specific group. It's called the Business Funding Millionaires. They came in through one way, and then we have the people who came in through the MMA group last week, and then I have my own individual community group members here as well. So everybody's from different areas. So typically I have my own community, right? It's a monthly fee for that. But for the people who came in through Ramel's group, I did send you all invites to join my community, and you all will have access to that group. I'm gonna give you all, I think I had said 2 weeks to be able to have access to the community. After that, if you want to remain, then we will have to pay the additional fee. But I wanted to make sure that you all can grab the recording. So in my personal group, I have been uploading my recordings there. Yes, Mia. And you, like I said, you all will have access to that for 2 weeks. For the business funding millionaires community, then yes, all the recordings for you all is also in the Telegram group.
Okay, thank you.
But again, I did send out invites today for everybody to get access to my community because there's other information in there that could be helpful as well. And then Kamisha, all right, which group are you in, Kamisha? Are you in the business funding millionaires?
Yes, sorry. Yes.
I'm gonna drop you this link here right now. If you're interested in this, you just asked about. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Kamisha. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, awesome. So like I said, so if you have questions, like I said, I did send everybody an invite to my community as well, where you can drop your questions there. You can also, for those that are in the, because I know, like I said, we have people in MMA, which I don't have access to MMA community. So this is why I sent you all an invite to my community so we can communicate there as well. So if you have questions, you can drop them in my school group. For those that are in the Telegram, the business funding millionaires, you could drop them there, or if you want to put them in the school group, that's perfectly fine as well. Okay. And then of course, those that are part of the Dominate Funnels and Automations community already directly through me, questions, you can post them there. Okay. Again, I'm doing a challenge for the first person who has their funnel fully completed before next week. I will go in and customize your graphics. The whole purpose of this is I want you all to have success with this, because the goal here is there's money to be made in the funding business, right? But there's more actions that has to be done and steps that has to be completed before getting to that point. So these is one of those many steps, okay? Shanice, you had a question earlier in the call. I want to go back to, you said, once you have your funnels and your automation set up, what is the first thing that you should post on your Instagram page, right?
Yes, correct.
Or your social media. So if this is a new business, I don't know if you have another business, or this is just your very first business that now you're bringing to the marketplace. You can start bringing people on your journey, right? And saying, hey, I now help entrepreneurs, like I think you said, new and established business owners get access to capital. Like, take them through your journey. Let it be like your storytelling. Okay. We don't want it to be like you're selling or pitching at this particular time, because you're new and you have to build awareness around what it is that you're doing. Okay. So I typically say for the first 20 to 30 days of you launching, like while you all are building out your systems now, you could be you could be talking about this. I ain't gonna say promoting, but you could be spreading the word and building the awareness around this process online. Like, you could be like, hey, I'm launching a funnel. I'm learning this new information so that I can start helping entrepreneurs get access to capital funding, right? The information that has helped me in my life, right? So you can just start storytelling, sharing your journey, so that once you get to that point, where you have everything together, you feel comfortable now with offering it as a service to the public, then people will start to understand what it is that you're doing. Okay. And then you can also start sharing everything that you're learning about the funding process, about credit repair. If you're learning credit repair, like, share that information. Like if you learn a new tip today, share it on social media. Hey, here's how you can get inquiries removed from your credit report. Here's how you can get funding from the banks, right? 0% interest. Here's a bank that you can go get 60K. Like, Shanice, I think that was you that said you got 60K from Navy Federal, I think you said. Share
Yep.
that, right? Share that to the public. Like, start sharing your process and your journey online.
So should it be like a reel, or should it just be like a post? Or
I would
that's
recommend
where I be caught up in. Like, should I be doing videos, or should I just be making like simple posts?
I would
Because
do
like I
video.
know how to make like flyers and things like that. You know what I mean? So should I make it in that type of content, or should it be an actual live like reel with me talking and explaining it?
Yeah,
Or
I
should
would
I
do
have something like a post with music?
Or I would do, you can mix it up, but just getting started so that you can, reels tend to get better reach than flyers, especially now on Instagram. So I would put it in the form of a video.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Girl, I'm about to have to go do a whole nother photo shoot. So
Yep. So I will put it in the form of a video. You can, like, even if you did a photo shoot, like, get enough video footage. And the good thing is now with Instagram makes it a lot easier for us now, because there's different types of content that you could do. If you are a person that you don't like to be in front of the camera, like, show yourself working at the computer, you know what I'm saying? And then you could take that footage and like put words on the screen, right? Show yourself walking to the store, show yourself in the store or out in the park, or whatever you're doing in your day to day. Just take video footage of it, and now you can use that on your Instagram page and put words and stuff on top of it. Right? For me, if y'all go to my Instagram page, I do a mixture of content. I don't necessarily like always talking in front of the camera, so I mix it up. And I do where I'm just really, a lot of times I put my nieces on there and I use them, and then I use myself, me walking to my car, or me I don't know, anything, really just video footage, because you never know what's going to attract the eye. Like if you're in the mall shopping, catch footage of what's around you, and you can create that as content as well. And then you just put educational information on the videos.
Okay, thank you so much.
Mhm. All right, cool. So we don't have any final questions, any questions or concerns. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's call, and I'll see you all next week. Again, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the community, and I'm here when you need me, okay?
Thank you. It was great.
All right, awesome. Y'all have a blessed night.
Thank you.
You too.